Get ready to hear the truth about America. A news show that isn't allergic to the facts. The Bold Conservative. Now, here is your host, James Ledbetter.
Today, we want to talk about how the media refuses to cover the 22 MS-13 members charged in murders of 7 people in whom they hacked with machetes. Then we want to discuss how Yahoo News, also known as fake news, has come under fire for spreading fake news about Christopher Pratt, saying that because he's wearing a Gadsden flag t-shirt, he is a white supremacist. That's not true. And welcome to the Bold Conservative Show. First, we want to talk about Bluehost website hosting is one of the top recommended WordPress providers by WordPress.org. Enjoy hassle-free WordPress installation on all accounts, or you can choose one of their beautifully pre-built templates to get started. Trained in-house experts are there to help 24/7. Their robust help center includes guides, video tutorials, and more. Try Bluehost and love them, or get a refund within 30 days of signing up. Your satisfaction is their top priority. Also, get access to marketing services, tools, and paid ad credits to boost your website's global reach. Get a special deal of only $3.95 per month when you visit them at bluehost.com/track/theboldconservative. The link will be in the description. Get your beautiful website hosted today. So, first we're going to talk about how the media refuses to cover the 22 MS-13 gang members who were charged with murders of 7 people in whom they hacked up with machetes. That's not something that we deal with here in America, and it's something that we need to address. Yet the Democrats refuse to talk about it, and the mainstream media refuses to cover the story. So basically what you have, the Justice Department charged 22 gang members of MS-13 in connection with 7 murders in the Los Angeles area, including one which a rival gang member was dismembered with a machete. This is what this gang does, people. They're comprised of illegal aliens that come over the border illegally. Then they mad dash for one of these sanctuary cities where they commence to killing people, murdering people, most of the time American citizens. The indictment, which was unsealed Monday, focused on members of a Los Angeles area subset of the MS-13 known as the Fulton Clique. Prosecutors called the San Fernando Valley-based gang a particularly violent subset. And what they mean by subset is you have the main gang, which is MS-13. Then you have a bunch of little subsets who are affiliated with MS-13, but they have a different name. They're still MS-13, but they go by a different name, but they're still MS-13. Anyway, so the Trump administration has made MS-13 a major focus of his crackdown on illegal immigration and drug trafficking. The notorious violent gang originated in El Salvador, but has strongholds in numerous American cities. mostly sanctuary cities where they know that ICE is not going to be called if they're arrested. In other words, they can be arrested for doing anything, and ICE doesn't know anything about their arrest, so that they can't go and check their status in order to deport them. Nick Hanna, the U.S. attorney in Los Angeles, said that the Fulton clique was responsible for 24 murders overall in the Los Angeles area over the past 2 years. 2 years, folks. 34 members of the gang were indicted in 2017 in connection with 3 slayings. The latest indictment charged the 22 gang members under racketeer, influenced, and corrupt organization, or the RICO statute. In addition to 7 murders, they are accused of attempting murder and trafficking more than $1.2 million in illegal drugs. But these are the type people that President Trump said are animals, if you recall. And when he called them animals, which they are, Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Democrats came to the aid of these illegal aliens known as MS-13 and protected them and showed favoritism toward them over American citizens. And that's what you have going on in these sanctuary cities. You have judge after judge getting caught helping these murderers escape without ICE being able to detain them. And more strange news coming out of this situation is you have Democrats in America who claim that we need to just let people in, regardless of where they're from. We shouldn't ask who they are. We should just open the borders and let them in. However, the Washington Post did their own poll of roughly 1,200 Mexicans, found that a majority say immigrants are a burden on their country and favor deporting migrants who travel through Mexico to reach the U.S. The Washington Post's former survey asked, what should Mexico do with migrants from Central America that cross through the country trying to reach the United States? Give them residency in Mexico? Give them temporarily residency while the United States decides if it will accept them or not? Or deport them to their countries of origin? And this is the results of that poll. Only 7% of the residents said they would like the illegal immigrants to stay. 33% said they would prefer giving them a temporary place to stay. And a whopping 55% said they wanted to see the illegal immigrants deported. Now, that's the majority of the people asked in Mexico. 55%. That's over half of Mexicans who want these illegal immigrants deported back to their countries of origin. Further, the pollsters asked, with which of these phrases do you agree the most? The migrants strengthen our country with their work and skills, or the migrants are a burden on our country because they take jobs and receive benefits that should belong to Mexicans. Now, the results of that part of the poll Only 20% of the residents felt the migrants strengthened Mexico, while a huge 64% said the migrants were a burden. Now, Mexico is dealing with the same type people that we're dealing with coming over the border. These people, they come with, not all, but some come with diseases that we haven't seen in decades. In other words, some of these diseases that they're coming with, we haven't seen since the 1800s, early 1900s. In other words, they've been gone. We've found cures for them, and we found immunities to them, and they're gone. However, with the Democrats' open border policies, we can expect more of these diseases to start coming back and showing their ugly heads. Why? Because in Southern America, South America, they do not have the same facilities that we have. In other words, these people, they don't have the same medical facilities, and I can sympathize with that. However, if they have these diseases, they are bringing them with them and exposing American citizens. If they need medical help, they need to apply for to come to the United States the legal way, so that they can get the medical help that they need. However, these people are coming over illegally, knowing good and well that they're going to be sent back, because our asylum, CNN said it best, and it's odd that CNN would say this, but they said it. They said that these illegal immigrants are gaming our system, our immigrant system, and they're gaming our asylum system. Only 13% of these people are legitimate asylum seekers, according to reports. So what do? We need to strengthen our asylum process. And yes, they need to apply for asylum in their own country. And President Trump has passed a statute saying that they need to apply for asylum in the first safe country they come to, which is Mexico. Once they have applied for asylum in Mexico and are rejected, then they can apply for asylum in the United States. But they have to do it legally. They can't just come, step over the border, and then say, "Hey, I want asylum." Half of these people aren't coming because they're fleeing persecution. They're coming because they want to better their life. We all can agree that that's what people should do. However, they should do it legally. And when AOC was AOC asked a few days ago, should we not admit these people for wanting to claim asylum? And then former ICE director told her, yeah, they can plead for asylum, but they have to do it legal. They have to come through the ports of entry. If they don't come through the ports of entry, they're breaking into our country. They're breaking into our country. In other words, 90% of us sleep with our doors locked. Okay, so then somebody comes in illegally into your home. They break in. And what do we do about that? We have them arrested. We send them to jail. It's the same way with these illegal aliens. And I'm going to keep calling them illegal aliens because that's what they are. They're nothing more and they're nothing less. Now, you have the immigrants from South America and Mexico who came legally. These are the immigrants that want these people deported. They had to do it the legal way, which takes time. And they don't think it's fair that these MS-13 members and all these other people come in illegally and jump the system. It's not fair. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to us. So we should definitely be doing something about this. And then you can't expect CNN to actually cover real news about illegal immigration. That's crazy. Next on the agenda, we're going to be talking about how Yahoo News is under fire for spreading fake news about Chris Pratt being a white supremacist for wearing a t-shirt that's not even representative of white supremacy. And this is the problem we have. But first, a word from our sponsor, GameFly. GameFly puts video games where they belong, in the hands of the gamers who love them. The GameFly website and mobile app for iPhone, iPad, and Android all make it easier than ever to buy, rent, and play the games that you love, and for less. GameFly's mission is to provide the most cost-effective and convenient way to play a wide range of console games. Subscribers select titles on their website, receive video games via first-class mail, and return to them to GameFly at their earliest convenience using the company's prepaid mailers. Subscription prices range from $15.95 a month for a one-game plan and $36.95 per month for a four-game plan. Subscribers also have the option to purchase the video games they are currently renting through GameFly's Keep feature. They also sell used console games. Start your free trial at GameFly today and rent the games for your favorite gaming platform. The link will be in the description below. All right, that being said, so yesterday, Yahoo News come up with a bombshell. They claim is, this is getting ridiculous. This goes along with the racist narrative that everything and everybody is racist. Why? Because the left says so. The left needs to reevaluate their definition of the word racist. But anyway, here's the story. So Yahoo came under fire after linking a Gadsden flag t-shirt worn by actor Chris Pratt to him promoting white supremacy. Yahoo Movies UK published a story on Tuesday night titled "Chris Pratt Criticized for White Supremacist T-Shirt." The t-shirt featured an American flag with a superimposed image of a coiled rattlesnake and the words "Don't tread on me" written beneath. So basically, you're going to have and let me be real here. You're going to have a lot of leftists that's going to see this story and say it's the wife, and she tells her husband, "Hey, did you know Chris Pratt was a white supremacist?" And the husband's going to say no, and she's going to read them the article and show them the symbol, and then the liberal husband's going to look up at his wall and see that he has the exact same symbol on his wall. See, this is backfiring on Yahoo. This racist narrative is backfiring on the Democrats as a whole. So what part of "Don't Tread on Me" has become a symbol of white supremacy? It hasn't. The Gadsden flag was designed by American Revolutionary War Colonel Christopher Gadsden. at the beginning of the colony's conflict with Great Britain in 1775, according to usflag.org. Multiple people circulated a picture of Pratt wearing the shirt as he walked beside his wife, Catherine Schwarzenegger, on Monday. And then you have, of course, you have the crazy leftists, the alt-left that is spreading this around all over social media, claiming that Chris Pratt is a white supremacist. Folks, Chris Pratt is far from being a white supremacist. And see, this is one of those T-shirts that is found in gift shops everywhere. So he was probably traveling and needed a new T-shirt for some reason and just walked into a gift shop and bought the T-shirt, not thinking that it would label him as a white supremacist. See, the left is making this stuff up as they go. They're making this stuff up as if it has any relevance to anything. So what is not considered racist today, according to the left, could be considered racist tomorrow. And I said it yesterday in my podcast. The left is desensitizing the word racist, the word racism. And concerning the Gadsden flag, Yahoo reported, although the symbol is a non-racial history, it has been used by the U.S. men's soccer team and Metallica. Over the years, it has also been adopted by political groups like the Tea Party and some libertarian groups, as well as gun-toting supporters of the Second Amendment. Wait a minute. Gun-toting supporters of the Second Amendment have a right to be gun-toting supporters of the Second Amendment. This doesn't make that white supremacy. It doesn't matter what color you are. If you are a red-blooded American, you have a Second Amendment right to be a gun-toting supporter of the Second Amendment. Now, so this is, and libertarian groups have supported this. Libertarian groups is not far from being liberal. In my eyes, they're actually true liberals. They are what liberals are supposed to be before the alt-left adopted the label. So, I mean, libertarians aren't far. They're basically central leftists. That's what libertarians are. They're central on the left, center left. So the news outlet Yahoo also said that it has therefore also become a symbol of more conservative and far-right individuals. But that doesn't make it white supremacist. Just because a conservative group adopts a symbol doesn't make the symbol white supremacist. All conservatives aren't white supremacists. Most of this racist stuff is coming from the left. And nobody chooses to acknowledge this except us bold conservatives who see the racial slurs and the anti-Semitism coming from the left each and every day. In other words, conservatives and white supremacists seem to be synonymous in Yahoo's estimation. So basically, they're saying that to be a conservative, you are a white supremacist. See, Yahoo's been failing for years and years. They used to be the top email platform until Google Gmail come around. And since Gmail came around, Yahoo has been falling and falling. So now they come up with this atrocity of a news story. It's basically a supermarket tabloid. That's all it is now. It's not real news. It's all fake news. It's all a bunch of people that are making things up as they go, and they see Chris Pratt, a straight white male, wearing a symbol on a t-shirt, and immediately they go to, he's a white supremacist. That's insane. That's insane. Now, see, this is what Ben Shapiro said. Ben Shapiro said, "This is pure idiocy. Not every symbol of the early republic is a white supremacist symbol, unless you are a moron." And I agree with that. Ben Shapiro, who has actually been accused of being a white supremacist and a Nazi. Now, Ben Shapiro is a full-blown Orthodox Jew. He worships the way Orthodox Jews worship. He is an Orthodox Jew. How can he be a Nazi? How can he be a white supremacist? See, the left, they're getting careless with the racist labels. So now when the average American sees that the left has called somebody else racist, they disregard and they shake their head and they don't care anymore. If something as serious as racism is becoming inferior, something as serious as racism, people look at it now as if, okay, it's just the left barking. So now it's not that serious anymore. And this comes right after Nike pulled their Betsy Ross flag controversy shoes because Colin Kaepernick, the failed NFL player that kept taking a knee, he complained and said that the flag shoes were offensive. So immediately Nike pulls them, like Colin Kaepernick has anything to say about anything. He was never significant, and any significant that he may have had is gone. Nobody honors him. Nobody respects him. And how did the Betsy Ross flag become racist? So now the left has decided that the Betsy Ross flag is controversial and it's a symbol of white supremacy. Shapiro further noted, there are 6 tweets cited, none verified, which means another manufactured stupidity. Now, Washington Post columnist Aaron Blake argued Yahoo's story did the country a disservice by linking Pratt to white supremacy. Washington Post is trying to get themselves back on the map after all of the fake news that they come up with each and every day. They don't want to fall like BuzzFeed News did. See, the whole thing is completely counterproductive, which it comes to the debate we're having right now, Blake argued. It makes the media look rabid for this controversy and for more symbols to associate with racism. Basically, the left and the leftist media is looking for reasons to just call everything racist. Now, the Daily Caller's Chuck Ross found irony in the Washington Post being upset that Yahoo published a story stoking false racism sentiment. And this is what Ross tweeted. WAPO complains that the Yahoo story on Chris Pratt's Gadsden flag t-shirt does journalism a disservice by making the media look rabid. WAPO, which stoked the Covington High School controversy. The same WAPO that has pushed for 2.5 years that Trump colluded with Russia and that Trump is racist. The same WAPO that pushed all of this nonsense for 2.5 years, they're going to, ironically, say that Yahoo has done journalism a disservice. Wow. So a note at the top of the article further states, reference to white supremacism is, in this article, has been removed. Well, thank you for listening. I thank you, and tune in tomorrow. Fun-filled news day to unpack. Y'all have a great day.